I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but there's a new login legendary. If you didn't, what are you doing? You need to log into Raid, go ahead and grab the first piece of gear and start your progress toward the 7-day login reward, which is a new legendary orc champion. Guys, I'm excited about this dude. Let's check him out. I fucking love login champions. It's a free legendary. Like, not you have to do a fusion or a fragment collector event and blow a ton of resources and stress your life out. It's free. They're not all ninja and they're not all game breaking, but as I've tried to avoid information and watch no videos, not even check the dude's skills out, some people are raving about this guy. And some are saying he's up there in the conversation with Ninja, who we know is insane. I have no idea what this guy does. I'm very excited to look at it with you guys. But if he's that good, he's going to be more than just a fun part of Raid. He's going to be a really huge, exciting boost to maybe all accounts. All right, quick bonus before we check him out, just for fun. I have 6 Mortal Soul Stones here, and I'm about to open them. I'm hoping for Seer would be obviously the top option, but any epic that I have a focus on in the game would be nice. Or, duh, some gold. So let's see what we can get with 6. Pretty much no chance any blue coming out is going to be helpful. So. Okay, purple. I don't think I even have her. And I don't know why it would be particularly useful unless I was really using her in Hydro, maybe, for her to have a soul. But let's keep going. I feel like I'm going to get a gold in these 3. 4, but now 3. Okay, I already have Renegade with a soul. I think Phantom Touch or something for Fire Knight. Definitely not keeping that. Definitely not keeping a 1-star. Come on now. Let's get a gold one. Not gold. Yeah, probably not. Okay, well, yeah. Terrible. So that's going to be some currency. But, you know, got to try. It's really low chance. It seems really just very lucky if you get anything good from the mortals, but pull them when you get them, hope for the best. Not a whole lot that time. So let's check out this champion. Okay, I wanted to see in the news, they have a little blurb. I'm just going to kind of do it whatever way seems best. Don't really have a method for this yet. That's really cool. How have I never heard that before? There's like a little freaking soundtrack to opening this. Artak, I'm going to assume. Artak possibly, but doesn't sound as fantasy. For a short time only, we're running a special event where everyone in the game can get a powerful new orc champion for free. Yes. Artak is a master of fire, able to place, activate, and extend the duration of HP burn debuffs on enemies. Okay, so literally built around the same mechanic as Ninja, except Ninja doesn't extend. He also destroys a part of his own max HP whenever an HP burn debuff is activated, but that sacrifice increases his damage, crit damage, defense, speed, and resistance to make him even more deadly. Wow. To get Artak, all you'll need to do is partake in the Artak chase. We know about that. If you don't know about that, that's what I was mentioning earlier in the video. You just need to log in. There's usually a window where the event stops after a certain time. Yeah, here it is. The Artak chase cannot be started after July 24th. So you need to at least have 1 day redeemed by that time. It's July 24th. Today is like May 18th. So just come on now. Just go ahead and start redeeming it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do it daily, but surely you can play 7 days before July 24th. Anyway, after it's too late, you won't be able to get this champion. So you definitely want to go ahead and redeem all of the gear so you can get to him, which requires 7 different days that you log in and redeem an element of this chase. And the final one will be the champion. But they do not have to be consecutive days for whatever that's worth. You do not have to start over or something if you do 2 days and then miss a day. But you do have to do all 7 days with at least one started before July 24th. Okay, so Artak will be able to be summoned from shards, but not until after the Artak chase. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? But it's there. So note that Artak can only be empowered by using his own duplicates, which may be summoned after August 1st. Okay, cool. So now let's look at him. Okay, he looks all right. I'm going to be honest with you. He doesn't look that impressive. which is odd to me because I feel like regardless of what their kits have been like, the daily login champions have looked really good. Maybe one of the, okay, obviously you got the ninja face. It's almost like a raid, probably everlasting meme at this point. And I really, really hope it was exaggeration, but I heard that people crunched him over how bad they thought his face design animation was. I mean, honestly, they deserve no ninja if they're that bothered by that fact, because nobody gives a shit. Well, okay, clearly they did, but no one should give a shit about Ninja's face when you look at what he does. And they crunched a once-in-a-lifetime champion, literally, that was limited time, that had a contract with a very high-profile Twitch streamer that is almost guaranteed to never come back. So, oh well. But I guess, you know, some people will do anything for a little attention or to create a little drama to get raid players a little shocked or something. Let's check out this guy's actual kit though, because by the same token that we don't care about Ninja's face, the fact that he maybe is the most underwhelming looking of the login champions won't matter if his kit's good. Attacks all enemy. That's cool. That's the well, not the first one, the second one. Deliana does the same thing. Okay. Chaos Razor. Attacks all enemies, has a 35% chance, books to 45, of extending the duration of any HP. 35 chance to extend the duration of any HP burn debuffs on each target by 1 turn. Damage based on HP. I wondered about this because he's losing max HP, but he's gaining all these other things, including defense. It makes the most sense to be on an HP champion. That is so cool. A2 Dogs of War attacks all enemies before attacking, instantly activates any HP burn debuffs on each enemy. Has a 75% chance, books to 100, of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Books to a 3-turn cooldown on minimal books. I don't know why it's before. Wait, it's before attacking, so that affinity doesn't matter. That is a really, really good ability. Is he 3 AoEs or is this going to be a buffing? He's 3 Is he like AoE / Hydra Ninja? Because Ninja's obviously single target, and Ninja will do work in Hydra, especially maybe like a tanky Relentless Ninja. But 3 AoEs and his A1 has almost a 50% chance. It will be 50 if you take, I think it's Master Extras extend the duration. If you take Sniper, it will be a 50% chance to increase the duration of HP burn debuffs on an A1 that is an AoE. That's awesome. So much synergy already in the kit. Let's go ahead and read this. I'm getting too ahead of myself. This is kind of an exciting kit. Purifier. Why is it spelled like that? I think they're trying to be clever, and I think that cleverness fell a little bit flat. Attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit has a 75 books to 100% chance of placing an HP burn debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Restores this champion's destroyed max HP by 10% for each HP burn debuff placed by this skill. Heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each HP burn debuff attempt blocked or resisted on the enemy team. So resist shouldn't be an option if you're building this guy. Like, you gotta build him with accuracy. I mean, that's the primary thing he does. If he happens to have strong multipliers on top of this, that's crazy. But this is a boss killer, max HP, just based on how HP burn works. He needs the accuracy. So hopefully you're not getting resisted. You could get blocked though, and it's kind of cool that he gets. I honestly actually. Take a second for the second half of this skill description. I really like that it says if he places the HP burn, he heals, or I guess restores, his destroyed max HP for 10%. But if the non-ideal, which is often the case, especially in Hydra, happens, he'll still get 5%. That's awesome. I really like champions where it's not all or nothing, especially like when it's something potentially as imperative as restoring his destroyed max HP, but he's still going to get a part of it back based on how this conditional skill has 2 facets. I like that. I'm a big fan of that. This skill, y'all, take a second. This skill books to 3 turns. I'm just going to assume that most of you have played the game long enough to realize that that's pretty big. To have 2 AoEs that do the incredibly powerful, useful things that his do, and to not have the annoyance of his A3 being on a 4-turn cooldown, usually 5 books to 4, it literally will probably bring almost any champion that is already good up a tier for me. At least a half a tier. That's about all you can ask for in a champion that has a lot of AoEs. So we've got 3-turn AoE, 3-turn AoE, and then AoE A1. Let's check out the passive. Burning Blood. Whenever an HP burn... Okay. Why are they getting the article wrong? Yes. I'm going to be a grammar Nazi for a second. It should be whenever an HP burn, right? Unless you're nub. I love Nub, by the way. If you're Nubkex, it's HP burn. So whenever a HP burn maybe works, an HP burn, I don't even know how he says that. But given that this is not written in British slang, why is it whenever a HP burn debuff is activated? Whenever an HP burn debuff is activated, destroys this champion's max HP by 5%. Okay, hold on. Let me process that for a second. Stacks up to 50%. He can get up to 50% destroyed. Okay, so 5%, I was trying to think if that was a lot, because it seems kind of like a lot if you're going to use him in Hydra. But the fact that his A3 brings that back is not a lot, right? Like he's actually, it's just something to give him a little bit of a downside, a con, a weak, I don't even know. It's an interesting mechanic, but it doesn't feel like it's going to limit him in the slightest. Increases this champion's damage, which is interesting. I'm going to want to see the people who lift the game code. What does that mean exactly? Like, is that how mastery damage is calculated? Is that damage like his damage multipliers? Increases this champion's damage, crit damage, which that's a weird one. Does he smack? Why do we care about his crit damage? Look at his kit. Like, why do we care? Most of the HP burn champions in the game, we do not give a shit about their crit rate or their crit damage. So that's interesting to me. I'm wondering, it says damage based on HP. It does not say enemy max HP. So whatever, damage, crit damage, and defense by 1% for each 1% of their destroyed max HP. That's very cool. So like what, they're just making him interesting, I guess, a little bit. And like giving you the tension, I guess, of having his HP get destroyed when he does the super cool stuff he does, because he's getting a benefit too. Also increases this champion's speed and resistance by 2 for each 1% of their destroyed max HP. I'm going to be honest with you, that is the only thing I care about. I don't care about his resistance. That's also bizarre. Crit damage and resistance don't make sense to me, but I'm sure there's a chance that they might, with a little time to digest it or some time to see some super creative people come up with stuff for him to do. The speed by 2 for up to 50, 100 speed? 100 speed. Now, it's variable, right? Extremely variable, especially in Hydra, but you have that potential. I don't know if there's a way to like make it so that you're riding as much of the stack of destroyed max HP as you can to maximize the speed, but that is very cool. The speed is definitely the main thing I care about there. I like damage depending on how that is calculated, and I'm okay with defense. I don't think that it's like gonna make him a Titan, but the speed, that is really cool. Let me see let's go to the index and see what his base. Why am I like blanking on where it works are? Decent defense, decent to good speed, and pretty good HP. Definitely not like weak. I probably would love to see 24 to 25k, but 22 is not, I'm not like, wow, what is that HP for an HP based champion? All right, guys. In conclusion, he looks fucking awesome. He looks like he could give Ninja a run for his money. The abilities are so cool. He doesn't look great. That's just my honest opinion, but the looks are not the most important fact. And Raid gives us a ton of insanely aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically badass champions to get a couple duds in there. I really like the fact that he has decreased attack in there as well. 2-turn debuff duration on a 3-turn cooldown. That's phenomenal because I continuously find myself in rotations with Wrath as a starting head. And to be honest, you want to go ahead and try to do it in Hydra, regardless of whether Wrath starts, because he could pop up, especially anywhere over hard. You know, Brutal and Nightmare, it's very easy for Wrath to pop in to replace a different starting head. So you want to get decreased attack in there. And I find it really difficult at times to find a good decreased attack champion. It's extremely nice to have damage dealers who have decreased attack, because you always need damage in Hydra. And the fact that on his A2, he explodes the HP burns before he hits, as far as I can tell, means that you won't have an issue with him weak hitting and therefore not exploding the burns like Sissia does. Now, Sissia is still amazing, so this is just more additional emphasis on how good this guy is. And his passive, the speed is very intriguing to me. I'm curious to see how it all works out, and definitely want to see what they mean exactly by increasing his damage and why the hell they increase his crit damage. But overall, He looks really good. I can't wait to get him. Let me know in the comments below where you guys are going to use him. He screams Hydra to me, but I think he would also be good against numerous Doom Tower bosses. And depending on the progression of your account, if you're a baby account maybe, or you're still progressing through the earlier mid game, he could be one of your most go-to champions just in general. You could end up heavily relying on him in a way that your account will never be the same, and your progression would not have been the same without him. Wrapping things up, guys, you guys know all likes and subscribes are greatly appreciated, genuinely, guys. I do put the link to my Discord server in the description box. I would love to have you guys there. I don't really push it a lot. I may try more as the channel gains more traction, but it's not because I don't want you guys there. I just don't want to overly push whenever I have a very small audience as a content creator, because honestly, right now the Discord is not that active. I have some really cool people in there, and I would love to see you there. And we talk, in a kind of fun, lighthearted way, talk about Raid. The vibe is pretty good. There's not a whole lot of complainers, for example, because to be honest, there are a lot of complainers in this game. Anyway, I would love to see you guys there. Help support the channel. Help me get in the Raid Content Creator Program. Guys, enjoy this champion. Hopefully you get some good gear along the way. I will probably be doing some sort of showcase whenever I get him up and running. But I think that wraps up the video for me. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. Until I see you guys again in the next video, happy raiding.